Everyone, it's Michelle. Welcome back to my cooking channel. Happy Easter. Today's Easter and I was driving around Charlotte and realizing there's no Nica places here. There's no fritanga, no Nicaraguan food, nothing. And I went this whole season without having cheese soup. So I'm gonna try to make some cheese soup now that everybody's gone and we had lunch and it's late. So I've never made it before, but we'll give it a shot because I'm craving some cheese soup for Easter. Join me in my kitchen as I cook. For today's video, I'm going to use maseca, which is the corn that they use for the tortillas and all that good stuff. I'm going to use a bunch of mint. I'm only going to use like half of this, not the whole thing. Queso fresco is a white cheese. It's Mexican. It's the same thing. They find it in Mexico and all of Central America. Garlic, milk, green pepper, a tomato. It's supposed to be red, so we're going to pretend this is really red. I have my water. I don't have annato paste because I couldn't find it at the store, so I'm debating whether I should make my oil or use this. I think it'll simplify my life if I just use this in the mix for the fritters, but we'll see how I feel once I get started. Let's cook. While I have my mint soaking, I forgot to say that I'm going to use half of an onion as well. So I'm going to start chopping this up. Now that my water's boiling, I'm going to add the tomato, the green pepper, the equivalent of 2 garlic cloves, and half of that onion. I'm also going to add half of that bunch of mint. Hold on, baby. Every time. Mommy, help. Okay, so got that in there, and I'm just going to add all this. I've washed it, so make sure you wash it thoroughly and just stick it in there. It'll start wilting down, and we're going to allow this to boil until the vegetables are cooked. I don't want it to boil too high, but once it starts coming to a rolling boil, I will lower the heat. All right, so I went with the little packet of Sazon Goya because it has achiote and it does have cilantro. Some people use cilantro in the soup. I'm chopping up I chopped up like 4 leaves of mint because I like it, depending on what restaurant you go to in Miami or I guess what family makes it. They also add mint into the fritter. So I'm going to add, oops, and here comes the little one already. Again, like she knows. I'm gonna stir this up. I didn't even bother bringing out my equipment because this was a last minute thing. So I'm adding the achiote with a tablespoon of olive oil. I'm adding a cup of water. I'm adding the cut up mint, and I'm adding 1.5 cups of shredded queso fresco. I'm going to mix this up and show you how it looks. Sorry about that. I'll be right back. Before I start mixing this in, guys, salt. You want to salt. So I'm going to put some salt here, and I'm also going to add some salt in our boiling vegetables. So this is just boiling away. Actually done, I think. So as soon as I get the dough mixed in, I'll show you what we do. So since our vegetables are done, I'm actually going to add our milk here. I see a lot of people boiling the milk separately and then adding it to the end. Like right now, they would take out vegetables. I like vegetables though. I'll take out some of these mint leaves though. The sticks, anyway, the stems. I see them boiling it separately, but why are you gonna dirty everything? So I don't want to do that. So here's our dough, and I'm going to take about half a cup of dough and I'm going to separate it. I'm going to use these to form the fritters, and I'm going to add about 1/4 cup of water and mix this up. And as soon as this comes to a boil, I'm going to put it in here. So I'll show you what it looks like when we're done. So the milk has come to a boil. I took out the large stems, left a lot of veggies in there because that's how I like it. And I left mint. So now I'm going to pour this, which is kind of thicker than I thought it would be. I needed to put more water. Put this in there, and I'm gonna stir it around. And I'm gonna turn off the heat. This should give it a nice reddish color. Of course, if you would, if your tomato's red like it should, it'd be a little bit more red. If I had the achiote paste, if you have achiote paste, use I think 1 to 2 tablespoons of that. I might add another Sazon packet just to make it a little bit more red, or I don't know, maybe some achiote, powder achiote. We'll see. So I'm gonna turn this off and I'm gonna start doing the fritters. All right, so my oil is hot. It's probably a little too hot. I added some extra salt to the dough and also to the soup because it needed some. And I'm gonna add a little bit of pepper for taste. I don't think that's traditional, but neither is the Sazon Goya. So this is off. So I turned the rear one off, so that's just sitting there in its heat. So since I added more salt, I'm gonna stir it. And use salt to taste, and I might add cheese because I just want it to be really cheesy. And here I'm frying away the fritters. You just want to fry them until they're golden. I put some of the Sazon Goya in here. I hope it doesn't burn. And the girls are having fun doing who knows what. And you just want, this kitchen, guys, yeah. I'm used to my old kitchen. I miss my old kitchen, as imperfectly perfect as it was. So, for 1 year, I will put up with this kitchen, and we'll be fine. So just keep frying them. I'm gonna keep flipping them, make sure they turn golden brown. I'm gonna taste my soup again to make sure I have good salt in here, and then we're going to plate it. My soup is ready to plate. So I put in my bowl some rice. You typically serve this next to a bowl of rice with some encurtido, which is their hot sauce. I don't have any of that, and I don't want to eat too much rice, so I'm just gonna do it this way. So I'm gonna put carefully, ladle my soup over my rice. This was rice from our big lunch that we had today. And since I am a lover of cheese, and there's never too much cheese, I'm gonna put some cheese on it. Oops, well, hey, it's Easter, guys. So this is a typical dish served in Nicaragua, because when they're doing Lent, they don't eat meat, right? So if you don't eat meat, or if for Good Friday you're not going to eat any meat, this is the typical soup that they eat. So I'm gonna finish garnishing it up and we'll eat. All right, it's time to eat. So I'm gonna taste this. I'm gonna have some of the soup to taste it. That takes me back to being home in Miami. And I'm gonna eat it with a little fritter. Oh my gosh. That's just like I remember it. Guess I did a good job. People are excited to eat.
Yes.
I'm licking my fingers. I hope you try this. I wish I had some encurtido, which is their hot sauce. It has carrots and onions and a whole bunch of yummy stuff. But I don't, so I'm gonna research how to make that so I can have some on hand. So join me next time. I'm gonna be making more videos. I have requests for salmon and other things. So I'll be keeping myself busy in the kitchen. Hi, your sopita's ready. She's super excited. So I'm gonna go serve them. Hopefully you liked this video. If you did, hit like down below, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel for more recipes. Bon appetit.